All right, so we are live with it. This is Better Living. You're tuning in with myself and DJ here from Living Wealthy. So I'm Robert Lee over here at Better Investment Academy, where we teach students how to trade, invest, and bank. And of course, like I said before, you got DJ with Living Wealthy. He's helping the individuals, of course, live wealthy. And hopefully here we can give some value and you guys tap in for the next video. So what's up, DJ? What you want to dive into, man? How you want to get into it?
Yes, sir. Well, I really want to start off with some cryptos. Let's go to the crypto chart. Start
Okay,
off with
cool.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, let's go to a little bit lower time frame. We were looking at 12 month. Let's dive down to the 1 month chart on Bitcoin. So we're looking at Bitcoin right now, and if you look, we had that break and retest. It's really just a classic structure for the market. So the blue lines here represent a zone of support now. They otherwise would have been red for resistance. But
Mm,
once you see price come down and break, we broke out of there. And then from there, once we broke out, we found a local top, and then we start to come back down. And let me see, I can make that look a lot better. Let's see here. But yeah, we come back down for that, like I said, that break and retest. I'm going to dive down to a little bit lower time frame. Let's go to the weekly, and we can see it's way more clean right there.
mhm.
So we see that breakout. Like I said, here's where we broke. We turned previous resistance into support. So here, back in here is where we had our resistance, and then here, once we broke, we turned it into support. And so we're going to have our breakout, and then we come back to test it to make sure that this is truly going to be an upside move. So from here, we want to see Bitcoin to continue to bounce out of here and go higher. And if it does, then I see Bitcoin very easily. Actually, it could probably run. Um, it could struggle to get there, but I think it could probably do it pretty easy back to 100K. So that's right in here. Um, and so this is where like I said, this is the local top. This is where the resistance is at right now. From 100,000 to that $110,000 range for Bitcoin. So uh, that's I'm a big crypto investor. I'm hoping that we hold right here. Like I said, if we can hold that support, we're going to be looking pretty good. What you think about it?
Yeah, I was about to say the chart's looking very similar to what exactly just happened previously, and you also tell that it's a strong support line because of how long Bitcoin consolidated right in that area before it really had that big bounce and breakthrough. Um, so yeah, I'm definitely seeing the same analysis. I think it probably moved sideways for a little bit, just like it did previously before it really break back out and get back to those all time highs.
Yeah, it's a good way to break it down, because how I'm looking at it is like we have to see over the next, like you said, it's gonna be some sideways action, it's gonna be some choppiness. They want to fake people out of this market. Don't be surprised if we see something break down in here and then maybe it shoots back up, right? We could see that move, or you have to look, if it breaks the support and then we see a retest, but it doesn't continue to go back, and instead we start to chop down. I want everybody to know that Bitcoin is going to go to $50,000, and probably it's not going to, especially if there's some kind of scare, it might not stop until it hits about $40,000. I just don't think these other supports are going to hold up once we break. Like I said, I can be wrong, obviously, right? I'm not the person that's controlling the price. That's the market in itself, and well, at least we hope that's the free market. But with that being said, I just don't think, if we look at these supports right here, if we were to break, we would then hit about 55,000. We would hit 50,000, like I said, and hopefully we could bounce. So 50,000 would be right in here. Hopefully from there we could bounce. If we did break, of course, this is only if we do break. Hopefully we could bounce and start coming back up. But if not, expect that Bitcoin could go as low as for what I'm looking at, about $38,000. Uh, if we were to have some serious, it could be some tariffs, it could be a number of different things that could cause price on these that can cause the price on these different assets to start moving in a negative way. So we just have to look for that.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. And if it break those support lines, I look see about 74. It's just gonna make its way right back down to that trend line. Um, and especially with everything that's been going on in the market so far this year, you can expect some more volatility. And if you just looking at the size of the pullback that's happened so far, that's a small pullback compared to what Bitcoin pullbacks normally are. I think we're probably about like 28, 29% down from its all-time high. So it can definitely continue pulling back because Bitcoin will pull back 50, 60, 70% on you. So
Yeah, well, that's not actually a 50% chop is about what you can expect, and that's a healthy pullback for Bitcoin. So
mhm.
your 50% would come in right here. That's about
Yep.
50%, just like we were talking about. So if you look at it, it says negative right there inside the middle, that middle number, negative 50 point. I'm trying to. There we go. Negative 50.17%. Okay, so we've only, like you said, we've only actually chopped down about 20, uh, right from based on where price is at. We've only chopped down about 20%. We
Mm.
could drop another 30, and it wouldn't be anything crazy. And then all I'm saying is from there, let's just hope that that holds, because if that doesn't hold, you break that 50%, you're going to start coming down into these territories. Now, I don't think that I don't think that Bitcoin is going to visit. I think it's going to be one of those things that's so hyped that it's not going to visit those crazy, crazy lows like 20,000, whatever. I think that's a little ways away. I think it's going to be a stock market crash that causes that. But we've seen a little bit of air get taken out of the stock market. And what I was looking at for the crypto market myself is like, how well does the crypto market hold up with stocks being deflated? And the crypto handled it actually pretty good. Like, uh,
Yeah.
I was surprised by that, because the crypto market cap, and I'm gonna actually pull that chart up real quick so we can take a look at it. So the crypto market cap, total market cap, yeah, we can use this one. That's fine. So the crypto total market cap right here, we're on the weekly chart, and if you see it, I mean, it's not looking bad at all. We're at 2.53 trillion. If we can hold this area and put some lines on the chart here. So right here is what we're battling with. We're battling with this right here. We got to get back above 2.58. So basically 2.6 trillion. We got to get back above that. And I'm telling you, if the crypto market can get back above that let's just say 2.6, and we can see it, once it hits 3 trillion, it's a wrap. I'm telling you, once it hits 3 trillion, that thing is going to run, because at this point in time, it's not really like we're in a deciding moment for this market. It's right here. This is the zone that you're dealing with. If it breaks this, then you're going to come to where you're seeing this trend line. That trend line is I'm sorry, not trend line, but
Yeah,
it's
man.
yeah, that MA. But honestly, MAs are trend lines.
Yep.
Like, that's all they do is track. So imagine, like, if you just extend this out, all you're gonna see is that this is gonna play around a bit, and if it drops, boom, we're coming down into here. $2 trillion. You're gonna see 60, 70, 80% pullbacks on the altcoins for sure.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it could happen, because too, like, look at the head and shoulders pattern right here that could possibly be forming. If we look at it from just the left shoulder, we get
Yeah.
our head,
Hmm.
right?
Forward
Boom.
shoulder.
If we get our right shoulder, I mean, that could be a head and shoulders pattern to give us some bearish movement inside the market. But we just have to see kind of like how that plays out and what it looks like. But yeah, definitely, I'm excited to see what happens for crypto. Right now, I'm a buyer, me personally.
Hmm.
This is not financial advice, but of course, um, I think you should probably take some of that anyways and and make some investments, especially while the price is low, because a lot of people are running from the market right now. They're scared what's going to happen. Is it all going to go away? What you need to be asking yourself is, if, let's say, 5 years from now, uh, looking back, are you going to be upset that you didn't buy it at that price? Right. So like that's how I think about like investing. Like, are you going to be mad that you didn't buy it? Like, ask people that didn't buy Apple or Tesla or whatever some years back, and they'll probably tell you like, man, yeah, I would, you know, regardless of what was happening in the short term, I wish I would have bought it at that lower price. What you, how you feel about it?
Yeah, I feel like, man, it's just a lot of fear going on in the market right now with what Trump got going on, and so of course a lot of risk is coming off the table, and so Bitcoin is one of those risk on type of assets, and so with Bitcoin pulling back and the stock market pulling back, you can of course see that correlation with it, and you see all of these where these last few charts are looking pretty much the same. All the risk is coming off the table. People are pulling out of the market because of the uncertainty that President Trump has created with these tariffs. Um, so,
Yeah.
uh, so we're looking at SPY right now, the SPY index.
Yeah, you see where it broke. I'm gonna turn this red line blue. You see where it broke resistance and made it support. If you look at all these charts, though, the thing about them is that they've all broke resistance and made support. Like they've all, they don't look like charts where it's like, uh they're not past saving, if that makes sense. Like they're at a point right now where it's a deciding thing, just like the same thing we did. Like we bounced back to, if we were to bounce back to Bitcoin right now, it was the same exact thing I was saying. Like right now we're in a deciding moment. If it doesn't hold that level, then oh yeah, we in for expect the news or whatever. There's going to be some kind of, and then too, like I mean, it might sound like a conspiracy theorist or whatever, but I'm telling you that the charts will actually tell you when bad stuff is coming before it happens in real life. Because I swear the charts have to, like, they have to do what they're going to do. In the news, by the time they put it on the news, that's nothing but an excuse for why something happened. But realistically, like, the price has already done what it's going to do. Then they tell you like, oh, this happened, or this news came out, the Fed cut interest rates, whatever the case is. But the reality is, this isn't small money moving this market. This is, in my opinion, oh man, I messed up. I gotta go back. But yeah, in my opinion, I think this is controlled, in a way. And so,
Oh yeah.
if you want, if this is big money, big money players are in this market. They know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. In the reality that we live in, it's not. It's probably vastly different from how they see it. But I say all that to say, like, there's no coincidence that all these charts stopped at a pivotal moment, like right here. Like, come on, this thing could have broke and came down even lower. Um, you know, the whole point is, like, when these charts do what they do, it's crazy to me how they stop where they stop.
Mhm.
Like
And
the S&P is at a perfect moment to bounce, and I'm telling you, like, this thing could easily run, and we would all forget that all this bad stuff happened. Like that would be like, people literally at the end of this year, they wouldn't even be able to tell you what it felt like when the stock market was crashing,
yeah.
because that's how good that upside would feel. Like that's how good of a move this thing could put in from where it's at right now. Like it's sitting on some major support. If I'm trading, I'm definitely not shorting. I'm not short. I'm not I'm not shorting right now. Because I gotta see, like, what does it do with this level right here? Like, is it gonna break? Is it gonna go down? Like, I gotta see what it's gonna do with that level first and foremost. I know you're doing option trading, and I'm more so in forex right now. So like, how you feel about it? What are your thoughts in terms of, like, are you shorting it, or
So SPY specifically, I am not short in SPY. I'm honestly just looking, sitting back and looking to see what else is going to come out. Because honestly, like you said, big money is moving these markets, man. Donald Trump is doing a lot of market manipulation. Like,
I'm happy you called it that because that's exactly. I keep telling people like, bro, that's exactly what it is. Like
yeah, that's all
he
it
put
is.
the
Ain't
tariff,
no,
they take the tariffs off, and I think what he's doing too though, like it's a way to deflate the bubble without having to change anything because people don't like you. You got to understand like the market has to pull back. Like I said, news is nothing but the excuse.
yeah,
The reality is the S&P is
yeah,
due
run it
for
up.
it's due for a hit. Like this thing been running for 20 years. Like in COVID, like think about the pain that happened from COVID. People can't even tell you that they don't even remember what it feel like.
Checks.
They don't even remember like this moment here.
It's a blip.
This is COVID. Nobody talks about that. 2020 going in 2021. Look at this. Nobody's even no nobody talks about that no more because of the move that happened after that, right? And so
Mhm.
it's like nobody cares about that no more because look at all this upside we had after that move. And then of course, you have another pullback. We have another pullback right in here. Um and that's kind of coming that's still kind of COVID a little bit too. Uh 2022 going in
Yeah,
2023
had a
and then
full bear market at 2022.
and yeah, and then we run up, right? So the whole point is like honestly, the reality is like
This is normal.
exactly, but we look where they stop when they come back. You think there's just so happen that this thing stops literally right here at this red MA. Like that's at least this is how I be thinking. Like I said, I could I could be crazy, but like look at how it stops right there perfectly.
Okay.
And then once again, it comes back and like look at the area, like look where it's stopping. So don't be surprised if we do the same thing here. Like we could probably break and come a little lower, but the reality is some upside is definitely on the way if you ask me. Because like if you shorted this right now, you could probably make some money. That's the reality. Like you probably could make some money because it's going to probably run up, but it's going to play with this level because it knows um, they know that this is a major level for people,
Hmm.
and then it could bounce and keep going from there. When a lot of people are going to think like once it comes to that level right there, like a lot of people are going to think once it breaks that support, like oh my gosh, it's over.
That's when that max fear gonna come in.
Uh-huh.
And what I
Like
also learned is them MAs are like magnets. You feel me? It's pulling price to it. So once it start getting close to it, it's already wanting to come and touch it.
yeah, because the MA is exactly like a magnet because it's a trend line. Ultimately, it's only tracking the buy and the where prices been bought and sold. Because every time somebody buys something, somebody else sold it. But every time somebody sells something, somebody else bought it. Right. So
Hmm.
it's just really tracking that price pattern and saying, okay, you know, here's the medium. Like we learn in school, like you have a range and then you a range of numbers. Like you find the medium or in the what's in the middle, right? That's what it's doing. Like it's saying, okay, well now that we right here, people don't really like buying it up there. Like what the MA is telling us right now is like people don't really like buying it up here. If people gonna buy the spider, the last time people really wanted to buy it was down in here, down in this range right here, right? So that's all I was saying. Like, don't be surprised if it's gonna come play around in here because right, look at this red MA. What it's telling you is like, hey, that's the last time people really wanted to buy it was right in here. And then the next price that people wanted to buy it at was down where people really wanted to buy is down in here. So like that's just I wouldn't be surprised to see, but yeah, in reality, the stock market is due. Like we really, I'm gonna put a line. I'm gonna put a ray on the chart, and it's gonna seem crazy, but that's what we do for. That's like if we clear some of this stuff off, let me delete some of this stuff so we clear about where we at. Like that line, the blue line at the very bottom.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's what that's actually what we do for is
Real
this
estate.
this right here. We're due for because that's that's what we need. We
Mhm.
need that drop
It's
to
gonna
come back.
reset the economy, get everybody get going.
Yeah, it's. I mean, a lot's going to change when that happens. But ultimately, we just need that drop because like we just haven't had it. If you look at from the run up, like from right here to bottom, where we got that V-shaped recovery from COVID to the top, that is a 171, almost 172% move up. So, um, you know, the if we look at that back down, like if we take it from the high and then we come back down with it, what is
What
that?
you see a head and shoulders forming, bro?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like a big time head and shoulders, right? But look at like where we're at right now. We've only pulled back 20%.
Hmm.
We do for at least a 50.
Yeah. And
So so a 50, like look at where a 50 brings you. This is a 50 right there. And like literally look at the bottom of that red box and look where it stops. Right there at the blue MA. Like that's what I'm saying. Like this is not. I'll tell anybody like the great thing about trading is like it just shows you that everything, the world we live in, like the matrix, if the matrix is a real thing because everything is like already destined to happen the way it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of like, can you predict how it's gonna happen? Um, because it's no coincidence. Like I said, 50% brings you exactly to the blue MA. Um, and then if you go come down, which economists have been predicting, that we could see even a 70 to 80% drop. But 63% down brings you to the blue line that I put down. I don't think it's gonna go no lower than that. If it go lower than that, then God help us, because
that's gonna be tough, bro.
it's gonna be war on the streets, like, because that means all your 401ks, IRA accounts, all this stuff is done. It's over with. Everything is done. Pension plans. That's gonna affect police officers, school teachers, firefighters. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly real fast. What
Let's
you?
hop over. Let's hop over to our commodities, man. Let's see what
Yeah,
gold.
I was gonna say you want to check out. I was just about to say like you want to check out Nas real quick before we hop
Oh,
out.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, let me see something real quick.
Yeah.
Let's check out Nas real quick. Nas did the same thing.
Mhm.
We got Nas right here. Like I said, it's just crazy to me how all these charts are sitting at a major
Major.
decision. Yeah, like it's like okay, whatever happens here is gonna tell the story. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, look how it bounced. And by the way, S&P 500 for those at home, S&P 500, top 500 Fortune 500 companies in America, Nas 100, top 100 tech companies in America. So now
Mhm.
you understand the difference between the two. And yes, they track very similar, but they don't move at the same exact uh, pace, if you would. But yeah, like look at this right here, man. We could play around. Like I said, we could break, because that would give you that head and shoulders, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder. I think it's gonna be somewhere further over here though. Like this move is not gonna happen like that. Like it's gonna be somewhere like, it's gonna play around a little bit.
Breathe for everybody gonna be able to see it.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that, and it's gonna stall you out because they don't want, like, just like you said, like it's not gonna be like, oh, everybody's gonna already be thinking, oh, it's gonna sell, it's gonna sell, it's gonna sell, it's gonna sell. They're gonna play around with you a little bit before like drops. You know what I mean? Like, so I think the same thing there. The thing that scares me a little bit about the Nas compared to the S&P 500 is that tech is so overvalued right now that I'm telling you, you could see where the Nas is. If it does drop, the Nas is going to drop way further
Mm.
than the S&P 500 because it's so much overvalued. Look how close the red MA is to price compared to the when we were looking at the spider. It's so much closer. So like once it breaks that, I mean, if it comes down, let me extend it out real quick so we all see what I'm talking about. Let's see. Like once it breaks that, it's a wrap. Where's the next stop? Where's the next stop? If you extend this out, and you turn it. Let's see, let's turn it blue. That's your next stop. Like it literally, you see where my line came down? It hits perfectly. Like your next stop is 11,000 on the NAS. Like it's, and then if we were to put some support lines in there to see what that looks uh,
like the bottom of the 2022 bear market.
I'm sorry, move it up now
Okay,
to adjust it right there. Boom. What is that date? That is Monday,
bottom of the
17th
22 bear
October.
market. Mhm.
2022 exactly, put in the bottom. So like would it be surprising to see it come down and test it out? No, that's what we in for. That's what we in for. I'm not gonna lie, like that's what we in for. The tariffs are something that is good for the economy long term. So all this could happen exactly like this. Like all of what we're talking about could happen, and then from here, this is like as Trump is in his like second or third year,
Mhm.
you could see the economy do one of the craziest comebacks you've ever seen in your whole entire life. Like matter of fact, it'll be the greatest comeback in history, probably. Like you could see it just, and I
Especially
mean,
with the speed that it fell down with so
yeah.
fast. Like,
I don't know how fast it's going to happen though. That's the thing. It's going to go down. It has to go down slowly because like it's kind of like imagine like a high air balloon, and then you want to get down. You gonna start like you gonna stop letting the flames go, but you don't just want to turn it off and just start dropping. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like you want to slowly descend back down to the ground, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. Like this is a balloon that's about to get popped, and I think how they want to do it is they want it to be where it's like people still gonna be believing like, oh, it's gonna come back, it's gonna come back. It's because people gonna be looking for this move right here. They're gonna be looking for this.
they looking for them big moves. So like the biggest upside moves happened in bear markets. Like yesterday we had a, but not yesterday. Or I think yeah, it might have been not
No,
yesterday.
no, it was about yesterday. It was about eight. I
Yeah,
know, I know what
yeah,
you're
like
talking
a ten
about.
percent up day. Feel me? Like one of the best days, the second best day in Nasdaq history.
Yeah, but it's like that dead cat bounce, right?
Exactly.
Because like all that's gonna happen is like I keep pulling that thing over, but all that's gonna happen, like I said, people are looking for this is the move that people are praying for right now. This move I just drew.
Hmm.
But the reality is that I think that the move they're gonna get is this move right here. And then it's gonna take a heck of a lot longer than you think for it to bounce and keep going up. And the reason why it would work out perfectly is because, like I said, if you look at what the tariffs do, the tariffs make things more expensive to come into America. But you gotta understand, like, all they doing is that if I sell something to a company inside of America, they're buying something from a company outside of America, or just whatever it is. It could be you buying some shoes or something offline or whatever. Um, the whole point is I'm just going to pass that on to you. So if the tariff is 10%, I'm going to charge you 10% more on those products.
Hmm.
And so the reason why the markets are going down is because America doesn't make any of this stuff. So American companies that need to operate, even though they're in America, the majority of some of the stuff that they're selling is coming from outside of America. And so they have to pay more money for that stuff. And then they have to charge their customers more money for the product that they're selling. And so that's bad on top of bad. At the same time, it increases um, it's an incentive for people to buy things at home that's cheaper. So you'll see where American businesses will also do good because some of the things that can get made overseas that's getting made in America. If it's going to cost me $15 to get it from overseas and it costs me $15 to get it right here at home, why wouldn't I just buy it right here at home?
Hmm.
So ultimately, like that's what's going to happen. But the issue is that America has is that, and the reason why I say it can all play out perfectly is because it's going to take a long time before you can build up the infrastructure to make the same stuff that China and Korea and other countries currently give us. Like if you wanted to be able to do all the clothes and shoes, and if you want to be able to do all this stuff, you got to build a bunch of manufacturing plants. You got to get the forklifts and everything else ready.
You
Uh,
also gotta get workers. You gotta
yeah,
train people on how
yeah,
to actually do
yeah,
the shit.
exactly. So that all that takes time. And like I said, so think about it. If this other move happens to the downside, that's a year, 2 year move to the downside where the market's going down, everybody's crying. It's all over. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. My 401k, blah blah. And then from there, that thing turns around and we have one of the, like I said, we have like a golden age where people forget all about, unless you were retiring or something like that,
Mm,
nobody's going to be talking about what happened in 20, because we're in 2025. Trump is still inside his first year. This could end inside of, this is June 2026 right here where it could bounce.
mm.
Yeah, this could end like midway through 2026. So by 2027, he's had the markets are taking off.
Right before his midterm.
Exactly. Everything, and you see how that, do you see how that lines up
That
perfect with,
coincide, yeah.
you see how it lines up perfect with his midterm as well. Like it just so happens that this could, like this move could line up perfect with Trump's midterm. And if that thing starts exploding like how it is, like people are gonna be like, oh yeah, this, I'm happy we voted for Republicans and whatever. So like, yeah, that's crazy. But you want to jump to the commodities?
Yeah. So let's see what's
Let's
going
jump to
on.
commodities, man. That's crazy though. These charts really do tell a story. It's crazy.
Mm.
We got to zoom out way, way on gold.
So
Uh,
we going crazy.
gold,
Like
gold is
market.
actually like the best. If Bitcoin never happened, gold is the best
Oh
investment.
man, the Bitcoin ain't never happened.
Gold, it'd be probably double because it's really the best investment of our lifetime. Gold is actually the best investment of our lifetime. Um, this thing is absolutely is ripping. It has to have some kind of a pullback at some point in time. It's just like you can't bet against gold right now because you got war and all these other things going on, and it's like it's so much uncertainty inside the economy that you got to understand. Like the reality is, like I said, you take away Bitcoin and crypto right now has like a $2.5 trillion market cap. You take that away, and that 2 trillion dollars is going to come into gold and silver
Mm.
because that's where that money. The only reason why people, the original purpose of cryptocurrency was to be the digital version of gold and silver. Essentially, it's like, how can we have money that's not controlled by the government, blah 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 blah. And that's exactly what gold and silver is. It's something that the governments couldn't control, and that's why the constitution was like, the government should only use gold and silver, which we know we don't use that anymore. But it's for that reason. It's because you can't manipulate it. So you can't finesse nobody, essentially. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to say about gold, bro. Like, it's the way it's moving. I mean, obviously a pullback is coming. Um, we could probably see a pullback come back to the levels of where it broke out from. I don't.
But you also gotta see it move sideways for 10 years, so it could have some. It only been going up, what, 2 years? Crazy.
That's what I'm saying, like, bro. To be real, uh, it's been going. To be honest, it's been a slow grind up, even when it was moving sideways. But the
No, I'm talking about before that. Go back.
oh yeah,
Back,
you talking
back
about.
man, the last all time high was like 2010, 2011.
Yeah, this you were talking about this accumulation phase that happened
Mm.
down in here. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you talking about right in here, all that accumulation. Hold on, let me highlight it. Where's my highlighter? Here we go. All of that right there.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that was then it had that big explosion, and then it did some more consolidating right in here, where it was, and really on assets. I call that, that's accumulation.
Yeah, facts.
Because it's people buying it, 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 and then we get the explosion, and then so we had to break out, and then we get stuck inside this range again. People buying, 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 explosion. So like, uh what I would say like that's for gold. I guess I mean I guess I would just say like we could probably see it come back uh to this level right here. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if it does though. I,
Right.
th- I don't know if it does because the price of gold is right now it's been suppressed for a very long time, like you were saying. And it's honestly should be worth more than what it is.
And ain't
You
nobody getting rid of their gold. Like,
No, like, and that's the thing too. Like just like how you said, like the thing about Bitcoin and crypto is that the people that buy it do buy it to sell it.
mm-hmm.
It's just that the majority of people get so greedy that you don't sell it at the right time. and so and so that's all it is. It's like nobody, to be honest, like there's only a small, very small percentage, probably less than 1% of the whole entire world is the actual crypto OG or whatever who's like, nah, I'm never selling my crypto. The majority of people saying that right now is only because they heard it on the internet and they think that it's gonna be worth a lot of money one day, and it's true. But when that
It'll pull
volatility,
back 70%.
yeah, right. When that volatility kick in, that's when you come to grips with who you really are, and you like, oh, you know what? I ain't even like that for real. Just wanted to make some money, you know. And this thing done pulled back 60, 70%. Like that's when that's when the real gonna kick in. But yeah, like gold. I mean, we could see it. It's definitely gonna come back and try to test out $3,000 again because that's where it broke out from.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see it come back. Yeah, I think it'll come back as low as 2,500. But to be honest, I didn't think gold was going to keep moving up the way it did. Once it broke 3,000, I thought it was already going. I thought it was already going to come back. Like when it made this move right here, I thought it was going to try to chop back down, but it didn't, and it kept going. So really, that lets me know that things are probably worse than what we think they are, especially on a global standpoint. Um, I think things are probably a lot worse than what we, especially like back here in America, just how we see the world is different. Because our news is like ain't nobody in America outside demanding the truth. You see what I'm saying? Like we got so many different sports and entertainment that like nobody's really tripping about what's happening until it gets like real bad. Um, Other countries not so much. But yeah, man, we can. That's why I would say for gold is like I think gold is going. It's due for a pullback. I'm not sure where it stops though. Silver is due for upside.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually think that as gold pulls back, silver is going to do a slingshot move. And it's going to try to test out that $50 range. And silver hits $50, it's probably going to pull back from there, come back down in here. Once it actually does what it does, it's gonna come back to like $38, $35, and then it can spring load itself again. Um, it really, honestly, I think silver is gonna go to $100 an ounce. I know that sounds crazy, but I promise you that is possible because like people said, like if we go look at XRP, people was like, oh, XRP is never gonna go to an all time high. It broke that all time high though. Go to the weekly chart. Like XRP broke its all time high. Hold on, why is it on? It's on XRP market cap. I'm like, what in the world? I was wondering why I look like that. Hold on.
Oh,
XRP. You look at the Coinbase chart. Okay, put on the month. But yeah, people were just like, oh no, it ain't gonna break it. Ain't gonna break that. Bro, XRP broke that. I don't know why they don't have good XRP charts
yeah, I'm about to say, I'm sure.
like this is not a good XRP chart. Okay, we gotta look at the Bitfinex chart. That might be better. Let me see. Yeah, Bitfinex. That's because Bitfinex is like an OG exchange, bro. Like, dude, actually, the dude, the he's wanted. I forget his name, Arnold something. A black dude too. That's what's crazy. Billionaire black dude, one of the earliest investors in the Bitcoin. But he was wanted. They came after him for the Bitfinex exchange.
Mm-hmm.
But buddy, like billionaire, I'm like, whoa, wow, it's crazy. But yeah,
For the Sam Brankman Freedom.
Yeah, nah, he ain't even fraud nobody. It'll be, bro. All it, I'm be honest, bro. All it is that, bro. If you go out here and discover gold at the end of a rainbow, and the government don't get they cut, bro, it's a
They
wrap.
come at
Yeah, because like you gotta think about it. This dude did something so early that the government, so they don't even know how to even. They don't even know how he broke the law. Like, bro, imagine explaining crypto to somebody in the government that's 60 years old
Mhm.
and this is 2012. They don't even know what crypto is in 2012. So like they, bruh, they thinking you done somehow finesse the algorithms or something. They don't know what you done did. You see what I'm
They
saying?
actually playing on
They,
the
they,
confused.
they just know like ain't no way. And he black too. They like, bro, ain't no way. But yeah, like XRP, bro, XRP, if it hold this level and it like can stay come back above that, bro, XRP is going to run. But yeah, people was like, I remember this dude on YouTube. He was like, "Oh, XRP will never break its all time high." He used to always say that, and look what it did. It literally came and hit it $3.40 before it shot back down. But if it holds that support, oh my god, do you understand that the next move for XRP is probably like $7? That thing is gonna run because it doesn't make like if you look at the volatility. That's why I said look at the XRP chart because like if we drop down, start looking at like the weekly or even like the daily, what you're gonna notice is that XRP actually the chart has been going down for so long. Look at all this accumulation right in here, like bro, that's a lot. That's a lot of accumulation. That's a lot of that's a long time.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't know why I keep doing it ugly, but yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of accumulation, bro. Like I think that silver, like most definitely, because if you look at the chart, like I said, like if you look at this chart right here for XRP, right? Like look, just keep this in your mind of how it looks. Now I'm gonna pull up silver. Let's just go to this chart.
Yeah, exact same.
Well, it's like the fact that it hasn't it hasn't
Come back to that top. It's right. It's right at the middle of the stage where XRP was at.
yeah, like XRP just has already done it, but that's what if you look at XRP on the let me see Bitfinex chart once again, boom. So you had this right here, like look right here. You got a high, then you got right here where it tried to come high again, but it didn't even come close and it just fell down. Then this down in here is when everybody was like, "Oh, XRP is never gonna go back to its all time high. Yeah, it'll never go back above $1." Blah 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 blah, and that shit went crazy. Excuse me, like, that thing went crazy. Um, and look like literally, bro, this is so crazy, bro. Look at this from from 53 cent. This thing literally went straight up to $3.40. Do you understand how crazy of a run that is? That's 6 times your money, okay, before pulling back. So now, like I said, so it had this, it failed to get to the high, then it came exactly to the high. Jump back over to silver, go to the and zoom out on silver, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It had the high, then it tried to come back for that high again and failed, right? And then what did XRP do? It broke and actually made it to the high. So uh once silver makes this move and gets up here, it would look as that chart is gonna look exactly how the XRP chart looks. Because once it comes there, it's probably gonna do like that. And then it's gonna like I said, it's gonna look exactly how the XRP chart looks. High, try to do it again, fail, and then boom, build itself up. Yeah, that thing is gonna be so $50 silver is in the cards, man. That's what's coming next. But yeah, man, I think we covered a lot. I definitely wanna get this out. We covered a lot. these need to be a little bit more extended, anyways. Honestly, though, because people need to be able to see the long term picture of what we're talking about, and then too, we're gonna be looking at some trades. Let's actually take a trade real quick. You set up and ready to go on forex.com, right?
Yeah, we good.
All right, cool. Let's actually take a trade real quick before we hop off.
Yeah.
Look at some of the stuff I've been eyeballing. Now it's Friday too, so you gotta keep in mind.
Mhm.
Mm, they're gonna be looking to trap people in the market for the weekend. So we gotta look for something smooth. Okay. So this is Euro JPY.
Mhm.
I want something that's standing out. I need a gimme trade. Something that's nice and easy. This is a head and shoulders right here.
Yeah.
And it's on the monthly chart. Let's drop down. So this is a daily. Oh wow. Oh man, this thing's about to make a big drop.
How do you do? Do you do measure moves?
No, I don't have to. I can see it. I just look like literally. I can see that it's nothing stopping it from coming here.
Yeah.
Like ain't nothing there. What else is there? I mean, you got that. It get past this. What ain't nothing between that. That's
Mhm.
free. That's free space. But at the same time, my trading experience lets me know that in order for it to make that big of a move, it's gonna have to pull back. It's gonna have to come probably revisit somewhere up in here closer to that. And then we'll see a really big start seeing it drop pretty big. But yeah, I'm looking for a move that we can get in and out of, within the next couple hours. I want it to be nice and smooth. This is USD CAD. This thing is pulling back. Just hit that MA. Man, I made good money on that. Let's see here. Yeah.
You been killing it lately, man.
Yeah, I mean, really just like the market just had some really good moves this week. Honestly, like it ain't even
Right. It's a lot of volatility in the market.
yeah, like you ain't gotta be the best. You just need to be disciplined at this point. And it's gonna give you a move. Let's see. I'm jumping charts right now, but I'm trying to see like because honestly, I think I want to trade that. I think I want to take a trade on this CHF JPY. I got to look at it on the phone because I swear on the phone, it looks so different compared to the computer because the computer make the mood seem like exaggerated a little bit. Um,
Yeah, it do be looking different.
let's see here, NZD JPY. See what she doing right now. Sometimes I'll see like I'll with forex like I'll find like something that I want to trade and then I'll find a correlated pair that ain't did like hasn't done the move yet. And like if I miss out on a move on CHF JPY, I can go look at NZD JPY and see did it make that move yet, and you can still catch it. I don't know though, man. It's let's see. Let's go look at a different one. Let's look at Euro CAD. Euro CAD. Let's look at that one. Okay, I gotta add it on there. Let's see what she looking like. CAD. Yeah. This is it right here.
Yeah.
This is perfect. Oh, she's perfect. This is perfect. Look at it where it's at right now.
Mhm.
See, I with forex, you gotta have your setups. Like you really gotta be plotting on something for a long time,
Mhm.
and then and then like you gotta like remind yourself to go back and look at it because it's gonna take a while to do it, and then boom, you can catch it. Like right now, I'm definitely about to short this thing, and I'm not gonna get too aggressive because it could break up out of there, and it's Friday too. I would not be surprised if they break it up out of there. But like, I'm willing to get trapped in that trade over the weekend
Mm,
because I gotta see like you can. I would take being wrong and have it come out of here because at least I know like once it gets past here, okay, it's over with. You see what I'm saying? Like
you can double down on that.
at least I know like, oh yeah, I was wrong. But I'm telling you, like if it stayed within that,
You was early. That's how it was.
yeah, that too. And then, bruh, this, oh my lord, you talking about that is one of the ones you can hold this for months. You could hold. That's another thing I like about forex trading is that you can hold long term trades like inside of like the indices, but you better have the right entry point because
Yeah, and wipe your nose.
yeah, because you're gonna be up $200, then you go back and check it, and you're gonna be down $500. So it's like you better have a sniper entry. But yeah, boy, I'm about to go ahead and actually take a trade on that right now because it doesn't like you ain't gotta be perfect.
Mm,
Like, that's another thing too. Like you the accuracy with forex trading, your accuracy levels can go way down. Like in terms like your when you get into a trade, as long as you don't over leverage, you ain't got to be like you ain't got to be perfect for real.
mm,
When you come to like options trading or even leverage trading on if you trading like if I was going to trade gold or silver or the S&P 500 or something like that, bro, my time frame, bro, I'm down here on 15 minute, 5 minute, 15 minutes,
mm.
yeah,
Sniper.
30, yeah, like I'm looking like boy, I need something that's gonna hit like within the next hour
Oh
because
God, that's it.
yeah, because like you do not want to see what that thing is capable of long term. Um, yeah, I'm gonna actually take that trade and I'm gonna put in for a long term trade, but I'm going to take multiple entries and then I'm gonna get out of some of those, depending on if it's in profit or not. I'm gonna get out of some of those in the morning time. But yeah, I think I'm gonna take this trade. Let's see. I'm gonna put in a take profit of that's 52,700. I'm gonna have this. This gonna be a long term. I might take this one down to 51,200. Okay, but I'm gonna put in. I'm gonna put in to take it down to 1.53. That's a long term trade. So like really like if somebody saw this video and they watched it today and they put this trade in, they could eat off this trade for a long time. But yeah, I'm gonna put in for do you want a short term trade? Like you can just we can edit the take profits on here. Like if you want to get out
Yeah,
sooner.
I'm cool with that. I hold.
Okay, I was about to say because like what I do is normally when I send it to the group, like I'll put in like I'll give them something like this, right? So I'll be like,
Mm,
okay, cool. We take it from like 57,800 to 57, right? So you make some money. But
quick, boom, boom.
yeah. But like this right here, I'm in profit right now too. I already took the trade.
Ain't even typing it.
Yeah, I'm up
I'm,
30.
I'm looking at you.
Oh yeah, nah, yeah. I thought I told you I got in there.
Yeah, nah, I got.
Let's see, 54. I'm gonna take it to 1.55. 1.55. Which is not as big of a move as I was gonna do before. But like what I do is I'll hold it, and then when it get down there, I'll make a decision. I'll be like, okay, do I want to keep holding it or go ahead and get my money? And then as this thing pulls back, because it's probably gonna try to go higher. If you take some more entries on there, you're gonna be you definitely gonna be straight.
Yes. Well, man, my guy Rob, I definitely appreciate you hopping on these charts for me, man.
Oh yeah, no, for sure, man. I definitely we got to do it again. This is the Better Living Market update. So we just want to go through, make sure that we give some value. Hopefully, people that's watching it got something from it. Speed it up when you watch it, yeah, so that you can, put it on 1.25 so you can get through it. I might put that inside the description so people get through it a little bit faster. But nah, man, definitely we covered a lot. So I put that trade in. Like I said, you can. That's a longer term trade. I'm gonna send out a trade to the group. It's gonna be a little bit more short term, but yeah, man, just get at me and we'll do something tomorrow as well.
Yes, sir.
All right, dude.
All right, my guy.